All right, so today we're going to be trying to do a little bit of metal detecting. Got a couple here. At a real popular spot. It's a spot where a lot of people hang out and have lunch, and looks like a spot that people have been hanging out at for years and years and years. And there's some big old trees there.
People go river rafting here,
yeah,
and this is their stop. And so we figured this would be a good spot to go metal detecting and see if anybody dropped anything.
But even way back in the day, this was a huge camp when they were putting in the in this railroad right here, this big bridge over the river. I'm thinking they probably all went down there to swim and party, so hopefully we can find some nice old coins.
Yeah.
Which is something I like doing. I collect old coins. Old American coins, anyway. Nice, find a little silver. I got a ring on that finger. My first pull tab.
A what?
A pull tab. A torn up pull tab.
Okay, interruption. We actually didn't film the rest of this visit because we were too busy digging things up, and then it started raining, and we kind of just ran out. And the only things we found were, excuse me, the only things we found were several 22 shells. I found a nail and 2 dimes and a penny. Kraig found, I think, a nickel. Something, just little things, and a bunch of pull tabs for soda cans. So that's about really all we found. It was still fun being out there. Wyatt had fun eating pine cones and sticks and things, but we just didn't film the rest of it because we hiked out pretty fast and drove home. The next portion of this video is about Kraig making Christmas presents. It's unfinished because we don't have all of the pieces to put them together. So this is the first part of our video.
Hey, buddy.
What's Daddy making?
Are you filming me?
Did you you making, Daddy?
I am making Christmas presents for all the little boys in the family. Except for Wyatt, he's not quite ready for one yet.
He's chewing on that one. I don't know if Alder is okay for.
Yeah, let's not. So basically, I've made these before as presents, but this year we're kind of on a pretty tight budget on account of we need to put in a new cabin. We're going to be building one, and that's pretty pricey. But just because you're on a budget does not mean you can't give good Christmas presents. Now, granted, children don't really appreciate homemade gifts usually as much as the adults do. We'll make jams and jellies for the adults, applesauce, a little bit of moonshine maybe, for tinctures, of course. That's about it. But, kids just don't appreciate the moonshine like the adults. So I started making these, and they're relatively easy to make, and they're super inexpensive. Most people who live off-grid are on a bit of a budget. And this, I think, is a very effective present to give to children because these things are hard to break. Granted, the rubber can snap, but the rubber's easily replaced. You just need a rubber band and another sling. So this could last them years conceivably. And it's fun,
Mr. Wyatt.
Wyatt, you're not supposed to touch the trash can.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. Got one done already here.
So what are you spending on this?
A couple more to do. Oh yeah, so Christmas present for 4 different children. It was $12.99, I think, for an 8-pack of slings with pouches. And we already have a whole bunch of rubber bands that you get from the grocery store that asparagus is bundled up with. And
those big, thick purple ones.
Yeah, exactly. And you just cut those into one single strand, and you tie it off, and then you just wrap it as tight as you can, and then you tuck it, and that is more than strong enough to hold that.
Around the tubular sling itself.
Yeah.
Or band itself.
So that's what I'm doing on my lazy Sunday today.
Yeah.
Just making Christmas presents. And Brittany's making Christmas presents too, but she won't tell me about it, so I think she might be making my present.
You don't know that, Kraig?
She had me collect the materials to make my own present. You believe that?
I'm making something for my mom.
Sure you are. But yeah. So I just, I think, some people, they worry about being on a budget for Christmas, but, it's not that hard. You just got to be a little bit creative, and, you can basically take care of everything. And, hey, it's kind of fun making stuff, too.
Yeah. So for the applesauce and elderberry syrup and all that, we just had to buy the
jars,
the sugar in the jars. And the jars, depending on the size, is about $12-13 for about 12 jars, roughly. And so Christmas doesn't have to be a bust just because you're on a tight budget. You can still get excited about the things that you're making them, and you can still put a lot of hard work into the gifts that you are making for your family, and they know how much work it is, especially when they see it on YouTube, and they'll appreciate it because they saw how much.
Everything I said. It's a ton of work, and it's incredibly difficult, and it's a huge burden. So you should be grateful. It's fun to do on a nice, quiet Sunday.
Yeah, it's raining outside, and
I just went down to the lower part of the property, and there's just an unbelievable amount of small alder trees growing down there, and it's pretty easy to find a nice little spot. And actually, trimming them back is even better for them anyway, so it's not like I'm hurting them or anything like that. So I'm basically pruning and getting something out of the effort. So, there's number 2.
very nice.
2 more to go. Right, bud? Right?
You'll get a slingshot one of these days, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. Easy, buddy. No. We don't know if Alder's poisonous to babies just yet.
Yeah, don't eat that.
We're we're going to limit you on being able to play with those.
On your alder consumption.
Buddy, you are right in the line of my knife. I need you to not be right here.
Everything you're doing is amazing and cool, Dad.
I know. Normally I'd refrain from cutting towards myself, but I got a trash can in the way. So I'm all right. And I think it's more dangerous to whittle left-handed to get the right spot than to cut towards myself a little bit, especially with a guard. There we go. Alright. Come down here. Start getting all this stuff. Just like peeling a potato. You kind of get into a groove after a while. No, Wyatt. No, no. You are not ready to play with knives yet. Even your dad cuts himself sometimes.
Come here, buddy. Come here, bud.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Do you need something to do? Or do you need a snack?
Both.
Anywho, I hope you enjoyed those two little clips, and we will close out this video. Thank you for joining us. See you next time.